Freshwater biomes are all over the United States. This just happens to be one of them. This is called Sylvan Lake, and we're walking onto the dock right now. Here's an example of a water lily, which are one of the plants of the freshwater biomes. There's an insect. Over here you might be able to see some tadpoles, which are all over this biome. I don't know if you could see them. Water lilies fill this biome with green. Many fishermen come on this lake to fish. And one of the ways we harm the biome is by plastic cups like these, which fill the area with litter. So, what fish are you fishing for?
A bass.
There are many other fish in this lake, which include sunnies, bass, trout, pickerel, and even sometimes catfish. Though you can't see any. Sunnies live in the water and swim around and are very easy to catch. Their predators include bass or anything bigger than them. Turtles also come to this lake and lay on trees, fallen trees like this, to bathe in the sun. Can you catch me something?
What?
Catch me something. The weather in this lake is pretty distinct. It has 4 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The water temperature pretty much stays the same, unless in the winter when the ice freezes over. But that's really rare. Especially, well, it's not rare, but last year it didn't happen much. A lot of this time the lake has a lot of grass on top, or algae, which makes fishing very hard. But the algae and the grass help the ducks and geese feed off of it, so that helps a lot. This lake provides us with recreational and food. A lot of people, like that kid over there, get their food out of this lake. They catch trout and it makes for some good food apparently, but it also helps us recreationally because in the summer when we're bored, we can come take a swim or even just sit here as a nice place to think. But we affect the lake more than it affects us. We affect it by everything we do and put in it. Swimming, littering, fishing, everything. Do you know how many fish are caught out of this lake a year? Do you? No. How many fish?
How many do I catch?
Yeah.
About 100.
So as you can see, you times 100 by as many people go fishing, the population decreases a lot. But a lot of people have to listen to the fish regulation, which only allows a certain amount of fish. And especially with the bass, because they don't stock bass. The only fish they stock is trout. And when they stock that, when it's gone, it's gone. But with the bass, you need them to spawn to create more fish, so everyone can get some bass. Second lake's filled with algae, but algae's good, like I said before, for the ducks and geese to have food. They sit there and just peck at the algae, but the hard part about it is, it sucks when you're fishing, right?
Right.
Here are geese and their babies. They're really protective of their children though. Geese don't really have much predators other than humans, but they migrate south when the weather gets cold. And you can see kinda of ducks. Over here is where many frogs live. As you can see, there's none that I can see right now, but they tend to live in very muddy areas and low shallow areas. Frogs' biggest predator is probably fish bigger than them, and sometimes even humans, because sometimes humans catch them with their fishing rods and frogs don't really like that. Here's another sun. Other ways we tend to harm this freshwater biome is by boating. Some lakes allow gas-powered boats, but this lake here does not allow them, which causes less pollution in the lake. But sometimes these boats will throw off trash or buckets of anything that are on their boat when they're in the middle of the lake. Another recreational aspect that we harm the lake is by swimming. Every year that lake is open, and sometimes a lot of kids, pee in there and affect the lake. And also there's a lot of littering in the lake over there. As you can see, there's more litter. Why is another animal in this freshwater biome is a duck. As you can see right now, it is running from me. They come to the biomes for feeding and to feed their babies. This one doesn't have babies, but might be trying to find food. Right now is breeding season, and there are many ducks around with their babies swimming in the lake, fishing for food. Ducks consume some of the algae in the lake, which helps the lake by keeping the less algae. I hate this iPod. I'm done. Go. There are many other species here, like in the trail, the nature trail, in the wetlands. There's a lot of insects, mammals, forest birds, fish, water birds, trees, and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, this forest includes common birds such as black chickadees, blue jays, woodpeckers, flickers, robin, red beasts, and then we have white-tailed deer, squirrels, raccoons, chipmunks, and field mice. So there's so many birds. You have geese, swans, herons, egrets, and so many trees like the American beech. Now many people can go on this trail and explore the wonder of wetlands right next to a freshwater biome. Here are some pictures of the animals you didn't see today.